Okay, now the dreaded three-step equations. This is what separates people who get A's and people who do not. Three-step. I have three different ones. They get progressively harder as they go. Let's do it. Get a perfect color here. I have all three steps typed up here for you. This is really a time, if you're first learning this, to develop a pattern instead of trying to get cute with this. Doing it the same way each time is really where it's at until you get extremely comfortable with this. So let me demonstrate the three steps here. Step one says add or subtract the variable term on the right side. That would be this one. That is the variable term on the right side. So we're going to add or subtract it. Now, we're doing opposites. So this is 5x, so we subtract 5x. I'm going to do each step in a different color so it's nice. Make our line here. And notice that I put that under like terms there. So it's 5x minus 5x and then 8x minus 5x. Don't slide that 5x over here under the 2. That ends badly. Here's the equal sign. On the left side, we have 8x minus 5x, which is 3x. Bring down the plus 2. That's still there. Over here now, that cancels. That's 0. 5x minus 5x is 0. So we bring down the minus 4. Don't forget that minus sign. All right. That's step one. Step two says add or subtract the constant term on the left side. Add or subtract the constant term. The constant term, by the way, is the non-variable term, the number. So this is plus 2. We want to subtract 2. Putting it right under there. Drawing another line. Your work should look spot on exactly like this. Here's my equal sign. That equal sign should be in a line down through there. Just as neat as can be. This over here is 3x. The 2's cancel. 2 minus 2 is 0, of course. And over here, negative 4 minus 2 would be negative 6. And the last thing you're doing is what we always do. It's just divide by the coefficient. So I'm going to just divide by 3. And again, if that was negative, we would divide by the negative, but it's not. It's just 3. So that would cancel. X would equal negative 2. All right, that is a three-step equation right there. Let's look at another one. I have this so the rules will stay on there. Okay, so here's another one. We're going to do this the exact same way. A little bit different color this time. And we're going to take the variable term on the right side, and we're going to add or subtract it. If it's positive, I'm going to subtract. If it was negative, I was going to add it. This is positive 13. This is the variable term on the right side. So I'm going to subtract 13y from both sides. Make a line there. Try to make it straighter than that. In fact, let me redo that because that looked like crap. There we go. Here's my equal sign. 6 minus 13y is negative 7y. 6 minus 13 is negative 7. How important those flashcards are. Bring down this minus 5. And on the right side, that's going to be plus 9. So I'm going to write 9 right there. Next, I'm going to add or subtract the constant term on the left side. Same as the other one. So here's my constant term. A different color. My constant term is minus 5. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. Equal sign. Again, lined up perfectly there. Minus 7y. The 5's drop out because they become 0. And 9 plus 5 is 14. So step 3, divide by the coefficient. I think you've done this so many times now. This is automatic. That cancels. If you want to cross it, do it. Y equals 14 divided by negative 7. That's one negative sign, making that negative. Making that negative. So our final problem here. I think you'll see this is a very similar, but it is a step up in difficulty. All right, check it out there. Here we have two like terms on the same side of the equal sign, though. So we need to put those together. We need to put those things together. 13y minus 2y. How many y's is that? So we can just make this 11y. y right there, right off the bat. That's 13y minus 2y. That's 11y. Plus 9 equals 6y minus 8. I'm just recopying that. So now I've kind of compressed this problem into a three-step problem. Now we're starting with step 1. All right. 7-3 is just full of these kinds of problems. Just full of it. So step 1, add or subtract the variable term on the right side. That's this one, and it's positive, so we're going to subtract it. We're going to subtract it. 6y and 6y. Equal sign first. That way they're lined up. Over here, 11y minus 6y is 5y plus 9. That cancels out there. 6y minus 6y is 0. Minus 8. So we just bring the negative 8 straight down there. Okay? Bring it straight down. Again, if you're doing your homework and you're very confused by these problems, there's just a handful of them on 7-2. Do not ignore them. They're so important. The last, or step 2, the constant term, which is the plus 9, I'm going to subtract it. I'm going to subtract it from both sides. Always doing the same thing to both sides. Always. 5y equals negative 8 minus 9 would be negative 17. And we can see that this is not going to come out even at all. Not going to come out even. We're going to get some kind of weird improper fraction. Step 3, divide by the coefficient. Do that in a different one. Divide both sides by 5, and that cancels. And y would equal this fraction right here, negative 17 fifths. Negative 17 fifths. And you just write it. Just write this as your answer. Some people get hung up on that. That is correct. This is the final answer. There's no common factors of 17 and 5. Nothing goes into both of them. So you're done. That is it. 3-step problems. Watch this until you get the hang of it. Practice your homework by watching these videos. I will talk to you later.